Hey YouTube, it's Normal Off. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm going to tell you, is it worth paying the full price for the new zombie game, Back 4 Blood? Now, this is a brand new game that's literally just come out now. I've played quite a while on the campaign. Also, I've played a bit on the multiplayer as best as I can, and you're probably going to understand why I've played a bit on the multiplayer. Also, I'm going to tell you how to play the game as cheap as possible if you don't want to pay the full price, so you can get your own feel of the game, because paying a full price for a game you're not sure about is a big risk to take. Okay, Back 4 Blood, or should I say Left 4 Dead, different version. It is a big zombie horde game where you've got to go for different stages and kill lots of zombies. And if you like Left 4 Dead, you will like this game. It's a pretty fun game. It is a fun game to play with friends. First thing I'm going to say, if you're going to play with bots, you are going to get really annoyed because the bots are a pain. So yes, bots is the first thing I want to talk about. I played just to play on my own, just to get used to it, without any friends, because most of them was at work when I was playing this, so I thought I'd play on my own, get a bit of a feel before I do a live stream. And the bots were the most annoying things in the game, because they kept repeating the same sentence over and over and over again. So the dialogue wasn't the best if it was seeing an enemy or equipment on the floor, and I wasn't bothered about it. Just let me look and play the game myself. Also, as well, bots that, like normal bots, they are pretty stupid. I've been playing in some other games where bots are okay. These bots are literally hug you, get in the way sometimes. I shoot them more than the enemy because I'm not sure who's who in the whole of the battle. And also they go down in awkward places, which is annoying, because if you do want to pick them up and get the full score of the game, they are literally, you've got to carry your bots basically. So the first thing I do want to say is play with friends as best as you can. Try and get as many friends as you can out of the team of 4 or 5, if I remember. I think it's 4 altogether with counting myself. But yeah, that's how I forgot about the bots, because I wasn't really concentrating on them. I wasn't even counting who was with me. I'll just focus on my own. Literally, the bots probably did 0 damage because I was literally doing everything my own. They do save you though, so if you do go down, they do pick you up. They are quite responsive on that side. With the roles within the game, yes, they are pretty important. Teamwork is really important, so the bots do come into play in sometimes, but also if you're playing with teammates, they need to realise their role and accomplish their role to heal you, give you ammo, or whatever you need within the game. Now let's talk about the gameplay, which is multiplayer and campaign at the same time, because it is basically the same thing. You will face different types of enemies, so from the tall ones that do heavy damage when they swing at you, ones that explode and chase you, ones that grab you, so all different types of enemies, and just the average zombie as well. All enemies have their own purpose within the game, and they actually make you play a bit different when you are coming across one of these types of zombies or monsters, whatever you want to call them. At the end of the day, I didn't really fear that many. There was ways of getting around it, of killing the enemies. They do go down eventually. Even the biggest ones go down if you just constantly keep moving. That's probably the biggest tactic when playing this game. If you just move, shoot, move to a different spot, shoot, move, because they've got to basically catch up with you. And that was the thing I found about the game. I kind of knew how to tactically win every round. Also, if your bots were annoying, tactically win, I could just leave them or run away from a type of object horde area, which I don't think we're going to win. My bots will follow me, and that area's already been cleansed. So there was ways around to beat the game, and it was pretty silly, unless you're just literally sweaty and you want to kill the cockroaches in the game. So that's one thing that I thought about the gameplay. I could easily find a way how to beat it if I wanted to. One thing the game is trying to push on you is cards, which I wasn't bothered about. So these cards give you special abilities, boosts, blah de blah, and then I actually thought these were a bit OP really, and wasn't needed. I think what was better if you survive for each round and you pick what weapon you want for each area that you go and cleanse if you in the campaign. Then you go and battle, instead of having a special card that's going to give the enemy extra damage, or gives me extra health or ammo. So I thought these cards things wasn't really needed. Obviously they wanted to put something new within these types of games, but the cards I wasn't bothered about. And also it was a bit of information overload as well. So I was just thinking about shooting zombies and surviving each round. Then they're telling me I need to use cards. It didn't really go towards me and attract me towards that part to even think about it, but it made me use a deck, which I don't know if I used it or not, but If I did use it or didn't use it, I didn't notice because I could just easily shoot zombies tactically. Think, how could I win the game? So there's some innovations that really didn't work within this game. Talking about overpowered, there's only one gun you need in the game. Literally, you can actually experiment. And also talking about weapons, there's weapons that you don't touch, there's weapons that you do need to touch. So if you want to win the game easy, you just need an LMG. You need something with a lot of bullets that can take so many out. Yes, you got a reload speed, which you go around by just keep moving, hopping, jumping around while you're reloading. But if you've got a gun that's got 80 bullets and beyond, you're just going to take whatever type of enemy out quickly, because it does high damage LMGs as well. Also, that's just it's got all of them really got fast fire rate. And I noticed if I had, for example, an assault rifle or a sniper rifle, which was okay, because you get so much. Basically, the less ammo you got, the more you're going to struggle. It's going to keep reloading, and then they just overrun you. So the more ammo you got, you just literally cleanse what's in front of you. You just basically, it's like a big using the Force in Star Wars. You just go poof, poof, with the 100 bullets of your LMG. It's literally. So if you want an easy game, just get an LMG. You can pick up any LMG in the game. It's not hard at all. Also, one thing I want to say, you can actually get attachments for your gun to make it easier. I didn't really need attachments. I just needed the iron sight base weapon because that just did everything I wanted to do. Unless I need an attachment to give more damage or whatever. But I didn't really bother about recoil. Also as well, the worst attachment you can get is a scope. Any type of scope that makes you zoom in a tiny bit. The monsters and zombies, whatever you call them, they basically get in your face. So if you've got an 8x scope, it's pointless. It actually makes the game harder for you to put a scope on it. And then I realised as well that I didn't know how to take the scope off. I went on the menu, I tried to do as much as I can to try and take a scope off, but it made the game hard work because you're that zoomed in and basically you're just looking at a zombie's chest when you should be just looking down iron sight. So whatever you do not put a scope in your gun because you're going to have great difficulty. It doesn't make your gun any better. Weapon you should never touch, which is your secondary, is an axe. The axe is an absolute nightmare because basically it takes energy up to swing the axe. You can only swing it so many times, and also if you use that energy, that uses the same energy used to run to try and outmaneuver the zombies. If you got loads of zombies at you who are hitting you, you can only hit one zombie at a time with an axe. So the only gun that you need is a pistol. Pistols literally for just the normal zombies. That's when you get overrun by them. Just literally one shot with a pistol, any type of pistol. So you don't need an axe. So I don't know why they put them in the game when literally they make the game worse for you or your experience worse. Literally, I was looking at because I picked an axe up and I couldn't find a pistol again. So it was making actually the game harder for me. So if I wanted a challenge, just use an axe. If you want an easy game, LMG, pistol. Literally, but what I do like is the pistol because the pistol is like literally one shot, so you know what to use. So if you know you've got just a normal set of zombies, you switch to your pistol to clear them out. When big ones come, you switch to your LMG, and then you know how to basically beat the game. Right, talking about the multiplayer, which is the Horde mode. This, for me, was the most enjoyable because it is obviously online competitive instead of playing against, obviously, the campaign. I'm not bothered about campaigns, but I can see why people would just play this campaign because basically it is like a Horde mode. And I did like the Alien Fire Team, so that didn't bother me. Playing the campaign, I haven't finished yet, I do actually quite like. But the Horde mode, I preferred more, but there is a day one issue. This will get fixed. Basically, I kept dropping out of servers. I tried to start a game, I disconnected. Start another game, I disconnected. Halfway through a game, I disconnected. Getting really frustrated. But obviously, that can be fixed on their end. That's just day one release. So don't worry about that. But when I did play a full game, it is quite enjoyable. But again, obviously people will get better at the game. Sometimes you can play against a trash team, and the way you play, if you don't know, one team's the zombies, one team's the humans shooting, and it is actually harder for the team that are shooting because you're getting overrun by every direction. So you are tactically need to work. You need a team of friends, not of randoms. unless the randoms are good, you need a good team of friends with that one. Same with the zombies, you probably need a team of friends, but you can actually just play randoms, to be fair, because that is literally just chaos. And I actually enjoyed playing both. I played the zombies probably a short amount of time because I kept disconnecting, but you don't obviously pick if you can play as humans or zombies. You just literally get select which side you can play as. But fair enough. You swap, so you play 1 round, how long can you last, how many waves, and obviously the circle gets smaller, so you can literally get tight with zombies. And then you swap around, so you become the zombies, and then yeah, you're just trying to kill them. It's basically who can get the best time, who can survive the longest. That's all it is, and I actually did quite like that. It was actually quite fun. So yeah, from my end, it does have a purpose. It's not just like a campaign and then a multiplayer that's like meh. It is actually quite fun. Coming to my biggest question, should you pay full price, which I'm looking at the price now, the game's right in front of me, which is in my currency pounds, £60. I don't know what that is in like US dollars. I don't know if that's like $80 or whatever, but is the game worth £60? That is the question. That is the literally biggest question now, and I'm actually like flipping it, but I'm gonna lead towards no. It is not worth £60. It is not worth the full price. It needs to be lower. I don't care if it's a AAA game. It needs to be lower, because if I'm overall looking at it like graphically, it's okay. It's okay as a game. There's basically not enough there as soon as you complete the campaign to keep me enticed with the multiplayer. It is a game that you would eventually get bored of, and you kind of think, I could have paid £60 on something else. So yeah, that game for me needed to be much cheaper, at least £40 to £50. But I don't know how pricing goes with game, but it's not worth that amount. Basically the multiplayer they could have done is free. I don't know how they could have worked that, but it could have been like a free multiplayer game, and then you kind of buy cosmetics. Reason as well actually why it's only, you shouldn't buy it, because it's only got like 1 multiplayer. Like if you look at other games that have got several multiplayers, and they've only got 1, which is Horde. So yeah, definitely don't buy this game. Don't buy it. But I'm going to tell you how to get around but actually buying it and playing it at a cheaper price. So this game, if you're on Xbox, it is on PC, it's on Xbox Game Pass. I actually paid £1 for this game because I don't use Xbox Game Pass. I just literally buy the game outright because I know I'll like a game after playing betas or knowing the look of it. This one I wasn't sure, so I paid £1 because it's my first experience using Game Pass, and I've got that for a whole month. Then I have to pay, I think it's up to £8 a month, so you could play this game for £8, which for £8 is not bad. And then obviously you can play lots of other games on £8 for that month because you've got the Xbox Game Pass. And then if you're fed up, just cancel your subscription with Game Pass. £8. Actually a bit of a bargain. £8 is a good time to a good little time kill game, which I'll recommend for £8. Yes, that's absolutely fine. A massive bargain. So yeah guys, that is my opinions. That is kind of my review. Should you buy it or not? It's a no, but yeah. Does that make sense? A no, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like this video, and also write a comment below what do you think of the game, and I'll see you all in my next video.